Good afternoon, friends. Now, after first semester, the next lesson is direct and inverse proportion. Now, in this lesson, you are given one circle. In this circle, we draw one diameter from this. That's right. This is the center of the circle. So this diameter is passing through this line segment is passing through. This is center point of the circle is called a diameter. Okay. So this is the diameter. This diameter. What is this diameter passing through a center point? Now what is the definition of diameter first? A line segment. This is a line segment. A line segment passing through a center point of a circle is called a diameter. Now, this one diameter, how many diameters in this circle now? There is one diameter. How many? Right here, one diameter. This one diameter makes two parts of this circle. This is first part, this is second part. This is also called divisions, two divisions of a circle. So, how many number of division parts? Means one diameter makes two parts or two divisions of a circle. Now you draw a second diameter in this side. Okay? Means here how many now? Diameters are two. This two diameter makes how many parts? First, second, third, and fourth. How many parts are there? Four parts. So two diameter makes four divisions. How many? Four divisions. Now next, also you can draw third diameter. This is you write here third diameter. Three diameter are there. And how many parts total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means three diameter makes 6 parts or 6 divisions. Okay. And also you can draw a next diameter. Means how many number? 4 number. So here write 4 diameters makes how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So you write here 8. Now you see here in number of diameters and number of divisions. Number of diameters are increases. First, then second, then third, and one means increases. If the number of diameter increases, their number of divisions also increases. Means 2, 4, 6 and 8. Means here one diameter makes two parts, two diameter makes 4, 3 makes 6, 4 makes 8. Means here number of divisions means here this is called one quantity. What is first quantity? Diameter. Second quantity is division. Means when one quantity is increases, one quantity is diameter increases, the related another quantity is division. The related another quantity is also increases. But you see, now you divide this. Now you see here, this is 1/2, right? As it is 1/2. If you divide this 2 and 4, divide this. 2 and the 2 to be the 4. What is the answer? 1/2. You write here 1/2 is equal to, also you draw divide 3 on the 3, 3 to the 6 here, 4 on the 4, 4 to the 8. Means you write here 1/2 is equal to 1/2. Means you divide this. Every ratio, every fraction, we are getting answer is 1/2, and this is a constant value. What is? This is called constant value. Constant value. Then what is the definition of direct proportion? When one quantity increases, means your diameter is one quantity increases, the related another quantity is also increases. Okay, and their ratio means what? Numerator upon denominator. Numerator of 1, denominator is 2, and their ratio, numerator upon denominator is what? In simple thing ratio is constant. That is called a direct proportion. A very simple definition of a direct proportion. When rate another quantity increases and then division, what is their division remains constant, is called direct proportion. This is the one example you have given in your book. Now you see, this is the first example. Now you see second example here. Okay, here is also if there are increase, this is increase position. If you see 4, 3, 2, 1 in that type, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here is also this type. 4, 3, 2, 1 means what? Decrease position. There is also decrease position. Means when one quantity decreases, the related another quantity also decreases, and their ratio means same. That is constant. It is also called a direct proportion. Now second example you have in your notebook. What is here? Number of children, number of notebooks. Second, number of children and number of notebooks. Now you see, first you have given 15 children and 90 notebooks. Second, 12 and 72 notebooks. Third, 10, 16 notebooks. And last one is 5 children and 30 notebooks. Okay. Now in this example also you see you have the number of children and number of notebooks. Now you see this is the which type of proportion. There are two types of proportion, direct and inverse proportion. Now you see first 15 and second notebook is 90 are there. Means here one children get how many notebooks you drop? What is one children or one child have how many notebooks? Then you divide this. 15 ones are 15, 15 6 are what is 90. Means here one child or one children have how many notebooks? 6. So you write here one children have 6 notebooks. Okay. Now you see here second example. 12 ones are 12, 12 6 are 72. There is also 1 upon 6. Means one child have 6 notebooks. Third, 10 ones are 10, 10 6 are. There is 5 ones are 5, 5 6 are. Means every ratio have 1 upon 6 value. Means every children have 6 notebooks. Means here these values are constant. What is constant? Then this example, which type? This is a type of a direct proportion. Simple thing. When one quantity increases, related another quantity increases, and their ratio remains constant, then this is called which proportion? The type of a direct proportion. Okay. Now, this example, if 10 pence cost 60 rupees, what is the cost of 13 such pence? This example based on which proportion? This is example based on a direct proportion. See the example of this. Now you write first. What is the question? You read carefully. If 10 pence cost 60 rupees, this is the first statement from this. This is the first statement. And what is the cost of 13 such pence? That is the second or another statement. Now in the first statement, what is here given? If 10 pence cost 60 rupees. Means there are two quantities here given. What is the first quantity? 10 pence. 10 that is the first quantity. And what is the rupees? That is the second quantity. There are two quantities. Now, what is the second step we are given? What is the cost? Cost that is what is quantity, and 30 that is second quantity. Now you write 10 pence cost 60 rupees. What is the cost of 30 rupees? Now what is the asking question? What is the cost of 30 such pence? So you write suppose. You write what is the question? Suppose. Let us suppose the cost of, what is the question? The cost of 13 pence the X rupees. What is X rupees? This is the first and this is second. Let us suppose the cost of how many pence? 13 pence the X. Then we will again first statement. In the first statement, you are going to quantity 10 pence. Right? How many? 10 pence have 60 rupees. Again in the first statement. Now what is the second statement? What is the cost of 13 such pence? How many pence are 13? You write here 13 pence. Now what is the cost? You see here X rupees. Okay? Then you write this type. Then you write again here 10 pence for in the ratio form. Now you write this two statement in the ratio form. Ratio means numerator upon denominator. Means first statement 10 pence for how many? 16 rupees. You write here 10 pence cost. You write ratio. Ratio means numerator upon denominator. 60 rupees is denominator, that is the cost. Is equal to 13 pence. You write here 13 pence numerator and denominator is X rupees. You write in this type in the ratio. This is called in the ratio. Now simple method, if there is an equal to sign in both fractions, then you make here a cross multiplication. So what is the cross multiplication here? 10 and X. 10 into X is equal to what is second multiplication for? 16 into 30. Okay. Now write the value of X. Okay. You write this side as it is 60 into 30. Here is 10 is multiplied. You see here 10 into means here is multiplied. When going to the other side of equal sign, the opposite of multiplication is division. So you divide here. 10 is here is multiplied. When going to the equal sign, it is divided. Okay, you remember this point? Here is multiplied. When going to the other side of equal sign, it is divided. Then you divide 10 ones are 10, 10 6 are 60. Means here 6 into 30, 36 are 78. Wait, what is the value of X? X will what here? Rupees. What is here? Rupees. So here write X is equal to 78 rupees. What is 78 rupees? Now you are asking the question. 10 pence cost 60 rupees. What is the cost of 30 cents? That is the question. Then you write the cost of 30 pence. How many? 78 rupees. You write here. What is the answer? The cost of 13 such pence. It is how many? 78 rupees. That is our question and this is our answer. You write here also. Take your practice. This is the example that depends on a direct proportion. It is very simple method and simple examples are there. Okay. So this is the one type of example that depends on a direct proportion. Okay. And thank you.